Hello, my name's Kiyoshi from Kiyoshi Arts, and welcome to a very special video today. Between the time of October 2024 to February 2025, there was a manga art contest going on. The contest was focused on creating a wordless manga within the given time, and have it reviewed by professionals within said manga industry. Unfortunately, however, I heard of said contest very late and was only given a month before the deadline, but within that month I attempted to make a new and original manga to submit into said contest. So if you want to hear how I went through my process of coming up with concept and creating the manga, make sure to stick around, and while you're at it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. With that all said and done, let's head straight into the concept phase. Let's get down to the concepts. Concept 1 or idea 1 was robots in wasteland. So the story of this would be two robots who have somehow activated and without any purpose have decided to look for the creator. However, humanity has basically been wiped and there's only a very few amount. So they would attempt to look for the creator in said wasteland. And for the designs, I wanted to do something simple as I still want them to be really readable, but also still have a really robotic look to them, with A1 being the tall one and the screen face as a more modern or more futuristic look, with the shorter one with the antenna on his head being a more old design, more primitive design of robot design. Idea number 2, a small alien on Earth. My idea was that this small alien would attempt to take over Earth, but realize that it's too small to do said heavy task. And how would it overcome said problem of trying to take over the Earth? Idea number 3 was Wastelander. I'm honestly not too sure what I was thinking of when it came to Wastelander. All I knew that I did want it to take place in said wasteland. I know that I did want to give this character a motorcycle to drive around, but where will they be going? Why do they look like that? It doesn't really work as well, so I scrapped that idea right away. Idea number 4 was an interesting idea that I had built up. So the idea was that there will be a ghost girl staying pretty far away but still noticeable from said person. This person will be haunted by the ghost person until they interacted with it or something else were to happen. Idea number 5 was just plain horror. So I wanted to make a horror story for the longest time, however I'm not too sure how to approach it. I had the idea of a person going into a haunted area, but I think this led to a lot of questions that I had to rethink, as why would this person go into a haunted area? They are scared. Now we have a bunch of these ideas, however there was one idea that always came to me that I did not write down on this page but on the next page. Now here for the idea that I did ended up fleshing out. Idea number 6, Claw BL. So this was going to be a story about two guys encountering one another through claw machines. As some of you guys may not know or may know, I'm a really big fan of claw machines, so I wanted to play a bit into said claw machines. I also read a lot, admittedly, a lot of BL stories when I was a bit younger to see how they were. And honestly, I think this is the reason why I chose this, as I feel like I had the most confidence when it came to writing said BL or romance story. So character A, who we will get to the name to, was gonna be said claw machine enthusiast. They were really good at claw machines and they're always just a great person to be around. Character B, who I have not come up with a name of despite with all this time of drawing them and designing them. I wanted them to be a really stereotypical S jock or really tough guy. I wanted a character A and character B to basically be opposites of one another but still find something that they will connect over. And on the right we have a mock-up of the cover. I ended up not actually using or redrawing this one at all. I feel like I just mainly drew this to see character A a bit more fleshed out, but I do want to make a cover for said manga when I do decide to publish it online. Here is more concept art of character A and character B. However, more importantly, we have a timeline. We had 3 different acts that I had wanted to create, however, we will see that I did not, but I will still cover it. So Act 1 would be the arcade and the cafe scene. Arcade would be where they first meet, and character A would help character B win a claw machine. but soon after the arcade incident, they would meet each other at a cafe. Act 2 will cover more about their social life and more of them getting together and their dating. Act 3 would be basically the ending of said manga. So part 5 would be them hanging out, birthdays, naps, really important celebrations of said 2. And I really do love this idea. However, I am making a one shot, so I had to reconsider about how much I want to put in and how much of it I had to take out. And a little spoiler, I had to take out basically Act 2 to Act 3 and the cafe scene, so it only sadly took part in the arcade. But I'm still happy with what I had. So something that I knew right away when I was drawing out the manga was that I really want to put a big focus on the gestures in each panel. Gestures are really important when it comes to manga, especially one-shots, as you want each panel to serve a important purpose. So because of that, I didn't want to spend too much time focusing on making things look too pretty or too nice. I focused more on conveying the action. Another thing that I really wanted to focus on was doing the expressions. A lot of you guys don't know this, but I actually struggle with drawing facial expressions. I'm really usually pretty blank when it came to making facial expressions, as I'm myself not really good at conveying them. So that was a bit of a hard challenge, and honestly, I'm glad I did that. And something you will see in these sketches of these early panels is that I did draw backgrounds for them. I drew like arcade machines, I drew the arcade itself, the entrance. However, later on when you read, you will most likely notice this too on your own read of this one shot, that I just sort of just stopped drawing the backgrounds. This was for two reasons. One, I simply forgot, I'll be honest. I was so focused on drawing the characters that I completely forgot about drawing the background. But another thing too was that I honestly was super tired. Drawing the background would have taken probably double the amount of time that I was using to spend on the characters. So I did, yes, forget to draw the background, but it's kind of a happy accident, as I'm gonna put it. Something else I really wanted to focus on too was getting enough actions done in each manga for the panels. So something that's really important for one shot is, as I mentioned earlier, making the use out of every panel you got. And that's something that I really wanted to focus on, as I still want to tell my story, but I have to tell it in a effective but still easy way. I don't want to jump from one panel to another panel without any build up or without anything building up to point A to point B. And what it felt like to draw every panel was, it was both exciting, but it was both a really painful task, as I would struggle, absolutely struggle. And when you read the manga yourself, you will see I swapped styles midway through. I started off with my clean, normal line art that you typically see, but I went back to my more sketchy line art too to see if that would make it faster. But I kind of stopped doing that midway through and went back to my original line art. So that was a really interesting and really fun thing to do. If you ever make your own one shot, for those out there, please keep a consistent line style. It will make your life so much easier and your art more recognizable when compared to other panels of the one shot. The most important, or actually most devastating part of this, is that I actually pulled about 2 to 3 all-nighters finishing this manga. I spent so much hours simply just drawing the panels, doing the coloring. It was exhausting. And when I mean exhausting, it really was, because I had 6 Monster energy drinks just to keep me awake. I had to drink like 2, 3 the first day, and I had to drink the last 3 the second day in order to stay awake. And when I tell you that I slept good the remaining days after that, I slept good. Alright, I was snooze I was out. I had to recover all the sleep that I lost in those 48 hours. But hey, I was still able to get my manga published. And because of that, I'm still happy that I did that. Would I ever do it again? Probably not. But if I had to, would I? Maybe. No promises, but hey, there's always a chance. Now with my work submitted into the contest, here are some thoughts I had. I did, right off the bat, will say that I had a lot of fun working on my manga for the manga contest. I think the only part that I genuinely did not have a lot of fun was the 2 and 3 all-nighters that I had to pull right before the deadline. However, that's more of my fault rather than the contest. I will also say this experience was a really humbling one because it really showed me that creating a manga or even a webtoon is not an easy task, and I definitely overestimated my skills when it came to doing those set tasks. Not something really easy, not something really easy to pick up as well. So if I ever do want to do this in the future, I would definitely need to practice a lot more. But speaking of said contest, it definitely opened a door for me to seek out more art competitions. And realistically, I probably won't make videos about any other art competition that I do get into unless they're also really big or maybe there's even the same contest as I'm taking part in right now. Now, with that being said, there are some things that I would have done differently. Overall, I wish I spent more time focusing on the quality of the line art and the pages and especially the paneling. So something as you will probably be able to tell when seeing the panels and the pages when you read them for yourself is that the quality of them, especially the drawing, will dramatically drop in each page. Something else too is that I wish I spent more time wisely even if I only had a month to create the manga. Yes, a month is not enough time to create a manga, especially for somebody trying it for the first time, but I at least wish I would have organized my time a little bit better than what I originally did. Something else that I had at my disposal but didn't do it was having it reviewed by peers and art mutuals. I think it would have been a really good idea to have it reviewed by peers and other art mutuals, see what they think, see what can be fixed. Unfortunately, I was so focused on getting it done, it completely slipped my mind. So that is definitely on me. Much brighter note, I will be posting this one-shot manga on Blue Sky, so everybody can read it and everybody can give me their thoughts about it. And with that all being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you do, you will get to continue to watch my art journey, which is something that I want to share with everybody. And another thing too, I want to mention right before we end the video, I'm really sorry about using a lot of re-access about this. Yeah, really sorry about that. Alright, that's all I want to say. Night night, ciao ciao, stay safe everybody.